see the clock running.
Okay.
All right, we'll call the order at fourth. Yeah. And we did hear from Emily and Pauline, and they're unable to make it today, but they did share their reports that I'll be able to share as we get to those parts of the agenda. So we have no comment. We have no public, so there is no public comment. So the first item, I guess, that we're dealing with is the December 18th minutes, and I had a chance to look at them on the share drive. Amy, I don't know if you've had a chance to read them yet.
Sorry,
Yeah. Don't be.
Okay.
I am happy to make a motion to approve the minutes.
I second.
Is there any discussion? Okay, then I think it's approved, or do we have to again do? All in favor, right? Thanks, sorry. It's been a long day. All in favor? Aye. Hearing, and there's no one here to say no, so unanimous. Okay, great. So Pauline had an update for us on the Voter Information Committee website. She spoke with Sarah Eaton, who is the Information Technology Director for the town. And Sarah Eaton advised that any changes will be done by the town staff, which I guess means her. So if there's things that are needed to be updated on the committee page, we're to let her know, and she can update the information. And she said that if it's easier, she's happy to meet with people in person. But I don't know. I haven't looked at the information. I haven't looked at the website in a while. Has anyone?
No.
Maybe we could leave it that. I mean, I'm happy to do it. I can take a look and see what needs to be updated and send her an email just as a starting point. Or do you think, Joy, do you know where, I guess our info sheets probably live in the committee drive?
Shared
drive? The shared drive?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really, I've just pulled it up.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
great.
really see anything that needs to be updated. It lists all of us and when our terms expire, our meeting schedule. It has the general flyers, like how to join a board or committee, what the Voter Information Committee does, how to register to vote, and how to sign up for the alerts.
I think this conversation might have started, it was a while ago now. I know we were working on it, in connection with trying to promote either the election schedule for the presidential election, or maybe to cross promote the town clerk's voter security programming. But if we're current for now, maybe I'll just ask Pauline to get back to her that.
And they also went ahead, no, never mind. There also are other links, like to the form, the citizens vacancy
committee
form, committee handbooks, committee vacancies,
Oh, great.
Those are all linked there. So it looks like they went ahead and linked anything that might be relevant.
It may very well be that our reaching out prompted some updating as well.
Yeah. And then they have a link to watch our meetings and the previous video special programs that were done are linked there as well. So when more get done, we can get them added there.
Okay, that sounds great. Yeah.
So it looks like it's pretty up to date.
Okay, wonderful. And
the agendas and minutes are all posted. So it seems like there's not a lot to update.
Great. Yeah, I mean, to the extent we do programming in the spring around contested elections or town meeting, as well as our interviews with committee members, which are which is our next agenda item. I guess those are things we would update, but glad to hear we're in good shape.
Yeah.
I realize I talk often while you're typing still, and that's a little.
No,
You're very good at it, but yeah.
Can catch up. I'll let you know if I get too far behind.
Okay, so the next update is on the committee chair interviews. So I'll give the committee Emily's update first. She's checked with Jamie, and the Harwich channel is available to record interviews on Mondays at 10 in the morning and on Tuesday afternoons, like 4:15-ish is how she described it. So I know that's challenging.
So Monday at 10 and Tuesdays at 4:15?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ish. I know that's challenging because 4 of the 5 committee members, have traditional 9 to 5-ish jobs. So I did reach out to Pauline to see if there was a couple of people who I'll get to in a minute were available to be interviewed on Mondays, but I didn't hear back in time, so I just told the folks to who expressed an interest that I'd get back to them after this meeting. So we've had 7 people respond. The energy and climate action, treasure chest, real estate and open space. And I have a list here if that helps, Joy. Harwich Affordable Housing Trust, Board of Appeals, Water, Wastewater, and Cultural Council. Water, Wastewater responded that because they're an elected board, it's not something they're interested in doing, but they applauded the initiative. I also heard back from Michael McCaskill, who also was extremely complimentary about the initiative. Of the committees who are interested in being, I didn't complete this fully. Who are interested in being interviewed, 5 out of the 6 are Mondays. That seems like a lot to me, to Pauline, especially as a new member, although we do have a script. So I did reach out, and this is just something that we should discuss as a committee because I'm not sure it's appropriate, but I did reach out to Chris Joyce and see if she would be interested in being our, interviewing the candidates just as an extra body.
Doesn't the Harwich channel have somebody that does that?
I'm not sure. I didn't. Emily was the one who was talking, in that. So
somewhere in the back of my head, I'm recalling that Jamie has said that there's a woman who will kind of do the interviews. If
yeah, that sounds familiar to me. I think that person also is somehow connected with the Cape Media Center, maybe, because you know how there's a relationship between the Harwich channel and Cape.
Can I just speak
to
this because I think I missed a couple of writing them down.
If there's any of the afternoon ones, I can certainly help with those.
Okay.
I just get out early and I'll just work late another day to make up the time.
Okay, that's great.
So,
thank you. And Emily said that she was available on the 1st and 3rd Tuesdays of the month. But I hate to have you. I can cover. I mean, I can be out of work and cover them. So I don't want to make you leave early, but I appreciate.
It's fine.
So, Joy, you were asking about someone at the Harwich channel who maybe could do the interviews. Are you thinking that's a better way to go? Not a better way to go, but a more appropriate way to go than freelancing with Chris?
No, I'm just tossing it in there as another consideration.
Yeah.
If we really get stuck with those times and don't have anybody available to do it.
Okay.
Or if Chris isn't available. I mean, obviously she'd be great.
Yeah.
But if she isn't available for some reason, that might be another backup.
That's, yeah. So I did create a chart in the Google, in our shared drive of who had responded and their availability, but apparently I'm just looking at what I printed out and I haven't updated it. So I do need to update it. But as I said, I think most of them are Mondays. So I guess I'll reach out to Pauline and see what her Mondays look like, and also her comfort level with,
Right.
doing the interviews. Another thing was maybe Chris would sit with Pauline just to, if there's any follow-up questions. Although again, we have a script, and I think we're trying to stick to the script. It's supposed to be like a little,
Right.
Right.
5-minute-ish interviews. So
Yeah, I mean, I think in the spirit of fairness and kind of equity, we just ask those same questions to
I agree.
everybody.
Yeah.
And, word them the same, keep it very templated, so everybody's kind of getting the
Yeah,
comparable opportunity.
and that would help, I think, everyone feel comfortable, whichever committee member is doing it. So
Yeah, and I think, I don't know if we've talked about this before, but I think it would also be good to just send them the questions ahead of time, so they know what they're preparing.
yeah, I
for.
think we did ultimately. I see in the update, the December meeting minutes, I was going to reach out to Natasha at the select board's office to send the email to all the committee chairs, and I did do that, which is what prompted the response. But
Okay.
the email that went out did include the I believe it's 5 questions, but the questions that were discussed and approved by the committee. And I think certainly when we're sending out like scheduling, confirmations, like it would be good to include those questions again, just to make it easier for the people. But yeah, I was happy to get such a quick response from the 5 people. Or 5 or 7 committees.
That's great.
And I guess we can do follow-ups, but I'd rather take care of this backlog first, and
Okay.
if we
Yeah.
have it for an hour, I think we have it for an hour on Monday morning, so
Could easily get through them all, right?
yeah.
Right, 5, 10, 15, 20, even if there's 5 minutes in between, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
Yeah. So that'd be good.
Yeah.
So obviously this Monday coming up, the 20th, is the center's closed for Martin Luther King Day, but maybe I'll check with Pauline to see what her January 27th looks like and go from there. And then I'll check with the person who is a Tuesday, because as I said, I believe there's only one person who's a Tuesday, so if I can coordinate it with Emily's first and third Tuesdays, then that would take care of it.
Okay.
Yeah, or if they could be convinced to switch to Monday and just have one session, just,
Right,
Yeah.
get them all done
Right.
in one session, that would be really efficient
Absolutely.
too.
Absolutely.
Um,
But it's that'll be,
and my guess is once they're done and people see them, they might be more likely, if they haven't yet responded, to say, oh yeah, we'd love our committee to do this too, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
So you might get a second round of folks.
no, I think you're right. And
Interested.
also, if we don't hear from them, we could follow up attaching a video saying like, super quick, like this is all it is, you can do it, don't
Right.
be shy.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So any other questions or discussion about that? I think we're in good shape.
That's great.
Great. I did adopt, so the next item is the committee's annual report to the select board. I did submit it with the changes that we discussed at the December meeting. And Natasha acknowledged receiving it in time in the right format. So it will appear in the book. I have not heard back yet when they would like us to present our annual report. They said they want us to come in on a Monday, to attend a select board meeting on Monday. So I don't know when that'll be,
Okay.
but I'll let everyone know.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not the last week in January or the first week in February, because I have work commitments those nights, so I won't be able to attend. But if it is, I'm happy to let our vice chair present it. So just to,
I'd be happy.
not to get too far down the field.
And unless they're changing it drastically, it's very brief.
Okay.
And, you know, very often the full committee is not present. It's,
Yeah.
you know, one or two representatives, and it's a very that's what we did. If they have any questions, they ask them.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And if it works out, I'm happy to be there with you, you know, as long as I don't have a conflict, or with you or whoever.
Yeah,
ends
no,
up being
definitely.
able to do it.
Would love to, if we could all be there together, and then maybe we could go
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
for a post-report drink or something,
Sounds good to me.
socialization, so, yeah. And then, I don't know if we have any new business that we wanna discuss. I think we're still kind of in a holding pattern on both, town meeting issues and, contested elections, so.
Right.
I guess we could, if we wanted to, going back to our committee informations, but we could also interview ourselves, because we could have more people on our, I think we were able to have up to 7,
Oh, true.
so just something to think about.
I think we should. If all the other committees
Right.
are doing it,
Yeah,
Right.
it would make sense.
okay. So, I'll write us in. I did invite the select board to also participate, just to talk about the interview process. Like, we know because we did it, it's not,
Yep.
I mean, it is an interview, but it's basically on your application, so it's
Right.
not,
You're not gonna be quizzed on, you know,
Right.
hard
world history
situations.
or, yeah. But there are things we can explore once we get through these initial rounds. Michael McCaskill's the one who responded to the invitation, and he said that he would be traveling. He copied Don Howell and said Don Howell was, if he wanted to participate, he could write back, but I haven't heard from him yet, so.
Okay.
And I think that's it. Our next meeting, would be the 20th, I believe. I don't have my phone. Do you have
I'm pulling it up.
where's Monday? Okay, yeah, so it'll be the 19th. That's the third Wednesday of the month. I don't know, Joy, I think that's school vacation. I don't know if you and or Emily, not that you would know Emily's schedule, but I know you're, as school employees, I guess you're, well, actually, I don't know if you're on break. You're not, do you?
I'm not on break.
Yeah.
She would be.
She would be, yeah, so.
But I don't get all the vacations.
Okay, well, I can send in an email
So-
around, just to check on availability, if people are traveling for whatever reason. Although I guess you both have kids who would be on vacation. I don't know, like, I'll just check and make sure it's a good date, and if it's not a good date, given school vacation, we can look at doing it the week before or the week after, and just, or also just not having a meeting, but.
Okay.
But I think that's it, and
Okay, look at
we
that.
can move to
I move that we adjourn.
second.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Adjourn at
Thank
4:50.
you. Thank you, ladies.
No, thank you.
I feel like I'm not doing anything. Like, is there anything that I can?
Still got it going.